Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
I mean, the show is, but Pat is not. He let me know last night sometime that, dude, I really don't feel that good. I'm going to try to make it, but I think you just, come in and
yeah, he left it
sure
quite
there.
Ambiguous,
not a chance.
didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but
he's like,
between the lines,
yeah,
I'm not coming in. I'm making myself feel better by saying, if you just come in, and I'll try to make it in. But between the lines is like, I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
I don't feel good. Hopefully he is able to see a medical professional, being in the unvaccinated crowd. I don't know that you get to see the medical profession anymore. We'll find out more as we go on.
Well, it's not only that, Jeffy. It's the fact of how long people are having to wait when they go see the doctor. Do we have the headline from CBS News? Because this is serious stuff here, where they talk about what is that? Patients waiting thousands of minutes now.
Wow. Thousands of minutes. Actually,
who writes a headline like that?
I don't know, but if you've ever waited in an ER, you are waiting thousands of minutes.
No, somebody actually.
The trick to get into an ER is to go in with an ambulance.
Okay, or act like you don't speak English.
Nah, they still make you wait. They still make you wait.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you go in through the front doors, they still make you wait. But if you go in through the ambulance, you got priority.
I love this. I love these Jeffy hacks, these life hacks from Jeffy.
I'm telling you, I took my oldest son to the ER, had almost every finger cut off on his left hand, wrapped up in a towel, saying, we need to get this fixed.
I didn't realize Jeffy was my dad.
An ambulance.
This is my story.
An ambulance comes in, and the lady goes, "Oh, okay, you're going to have to wait."
Oh.
No, I mean, he's got fingers almost hanging off his hand here. Yeah, no, an ambulance is coming in. And that's when it hit me. Okay, then from now on, I'm taking an ambulance.
That's a great idea there. But one of Pat's audience members, Pat did the math, and just to get to 1,000 minutes, it's 17 hours let's see, 1,000 minutes, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, 17 hours and 34 minutes.
Well, for one person.
Right. So you'd have to be, if that story is factually accurate, and we're talking about thousands, that would be at least 35 hours. So I don't know who's writing these headlines and these stories now, and who,
but total,
journalism
I mean, let's be honest, total wait in ERs across the great state of Texas.
You know what? Hold on a second. That might be an accurate headline. It might be 35 hours waiting for an ER room, actually. Now that I think about it, that may have been factually accurate. It's just a weird way to put it.
As long as we've got a ton of stories to get to, and we have your president to get to today, which is you'll be proud. You'll be proud to be an American after watching your president, Joseph Robinette Biden. But does we have smoke alarms in our house that are connected to the they're all connected to the house
one
and the
goes
power
off,
system.
then everybody goes off.
And they're separate but together, so that they all have their own little battery. So that if the battery is dying in one, you boop, boop, and it gets louder and louder and louder.
All over the house?
Yeah, you hear that one smoke alarm go. Beep,
yeah, it drives me nuts.
Beep.
I can't take it.
You got to try to find the smoke alarm.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
you stand there.
When you
turn your head.
What are you doing?
Shut up! Which one of you is it?
Shut up! I'm trying to listen.
I'll find out which one it is.
That's not it. It's that one.
Right.
So, but then when you reset it, they all go off.
Yeah.
Right? You have the test running, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just loud and noisy, agonizing. Now, there's something going on in my neighborhood. I don't know if it's power surges or what's happening, but the other night we had at like 3:30 in the morning, they all go off.
In your house?
In the house for about 10 seconds. And then they shut off. And you're like, oh, okay.
Should I be out of the house right now?
We're fine. They shut off. I guess the smoke stopped. The fire put itself out. We're good.
Fire put itself out.
And then it
consumed
another time. All right, go off again. Okay, I'm up. Now I'm up. I got to walk around the house and check, make sure everything's okay. So,
oh no.
So this morning again, all go off. And if it's longer than like 5 seconds, I'm guessing it's probably between 3 and 10 seconds long. then you're up, right? You're wide awake and you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So as I'm leaving this morning to come in, I hear a house down the street going off.
No.
Smoke alarms all going off.
You got to go talk to them.
No, I think I think the power company has given us little surges or something because is this like a random, does the power guy sit there at 3:30 in the morning and go,
oh, here. Yeah.
You know what? This house today. And just gives a little glitch. Just a little glitch, so he fires off the smoke alarms in the house.
That's funny.
Just for fun.
Oh,
just
my
if I'm the power guy, that's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Okay, so hold on a second. Help me understand this, because I go around the house and I change the batteries. You know, when the time changes, that's when you're supposed to change your batteries.
That's a rule of thumb.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. And so I do that, right? A general rule.
Like that.
And then my question is, that's just the backup power, right?
Right.
Okay, so
Right, because that's what I'm saying. They're separate.
Okay, so hang on.
But all together.
If your house is burning down while the power is out, it might just be your time to go. I don't need the backup smoke detectors at that point.
And I will say that when we had when our roof was taken off or partially taken off with the tornado, and the water started rushing into different rooms, all the smoke alarms were going off. They were. I mean, it was just agonizing.
Do they know their job though?
No,
their job is not water.
It's not water. It's fire.
It's not water, man. Stop. It's not your time to shine.
But I want to be the power guy. I want to be the power guy because we have a separate. You know, in Texas, you can pick your power company or whatever. So the power company in our neighborhood is the one we get to pick.
Yeah.
So it's good. I mean, that's good. You get a choice in Texas. You can pick your own power company. Oh, you're in this neighborhood? Yeah, you've got this company.
I have the same game, man. Same game over
it's
here.
good that we get a choice. And this company, I'm sure that the guy sits there at 3:30 and like, this house tonight. And just laughs to himself for hours. I got those people tonight. I'm only going to let it go for, this one's only going to go for about 10 seconds just to wake him up. I mean, if I'm that guy, I'm doing that at the power company.
Honestly, though, is that the only benefit to changing your batteries? Is if there's a fire while there's no electricity going on? Is that because that does not seem worth the trouble of me standing there all the time, like, okay, which one are you? It just doesn't seem worth it.
No, it doesn't actually. And it actually feels like the smoke alarm people are now in cahoots with the battery companies. With Big Battery.
See, he figured
Big
it out.
Smoke Alarm is in cahoots with Big Battery. They're just charging us freaking money for nothing.
That needs to be a
Those bastards.
chewing the fat shirt or
Now
something.
I am pissed. That's why we need the Utopia City. You see where the cleanliness of Tokyo, the diversity of New York, the social services of Stockholm, a new city in America. Now it's only going to be a 5 million person city in America.
Wait a minute. Is
And
there going to be a barber shop in this city of yours you're talking about?
I mean, probably it's going to be great.
Because I don't need one, obviously.
I know.
you might.
I've just been lazy.
Really? Is that what it is? Are you
Well,
not
it's
trying
kind
to?
of half laziness and half. I was gonna do a fundraiser.
A lot of comments online about your hair.
I know.
It's a mullet now, man.
It's not a mullet.
Okay. It's something going on back there.
It's just that's the only hair that's left that grows. Okay.
You got more going on than
So,
me.
but all right. Well, if we're gonna. We can talk about my hair then. We won't talk about the
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Utopia
derail
City.
the beautiful Utopia
Yeah,
City.
no, that's
I just wondered if there was
fine,
barber shops there because you could use them.
I was gonna, and I still may. I was gonna do a fundraiser for our rescue.
Okay.
All right, and I was gonna, I was gonna set up a fundraiser, and you give money, and then I would shave my head.
Nobody wants those locks.
Online.
Nobody wants those locks.
I wasn't gonna give them away, although if somebody wants them, they can have them. I don't care if it means more money to our rescue. Fine,
Can
no
you
problem.
imagine
I'll mail them to you in a
clones?
Ziploc.
Can you imagine
okay?
clones of Jeffy?
So.
Wow.
Talk about a Utopia City. Anyway, and then I was going to do that. Well, then this Afghanistan thing happened, and the guy down the hall raises 30 million in a couple of hours to save people out of another country. And I'm thinking, the $10 I'm going to raise for our rescue to shave my head really is not going to look that good. So I'll just wait a little bit. I'll back off a little bit, and so we'll see what happens. You know,
So
I did enjoy, now that I'm sidetracked onto the guy down the hall raising money.
Yeah.
We know.
NazareneFund.org, by the way.
We know that there's all kinds of flights waiting to take off, right? And
Yes.
and more than 100 people that this administration says are left. We know that. We're talking about flights that can't get out of the country. But I hear this morning that they've worked out a deal for the 100 or so people, Americans and our allies that are left in Afghanistan, have now, I guess they've worked out a deal with the Taliban that flight is going to be able to leave today. Is it a surprise that flight leaves today and Joe Biden speaks later this afternoon about his new 6-point plan? And part of that speech is probably going to say, we now have everybody out of Afghanistan. And it's a couple days before September 11th, so he gets what he wanted to begin with. Remember, he wanted the September 11th was the original deadline because he wanted to be able to announce on the big holiday of September 11th that we're out of Afghanistan. The forever war, the 20-year war is done.
Yeah, and I keep hearing the reports. The Taliban is letting them fly. Okay, I don't know. It's more like the U.S. State Department is letting them fly. We've heard firsthand here.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how much we paid for that.
Right.
For that flight.
But isn't the State Department like a de facto informant for the Taliban at this point?
Sure seems that way.
I mean, I don't know how else you could define that relationship
Absolutely.
at this point, giving lists of locations of allies and Americans.
Absolutely.
And names and who's where. And oh my gosh, man.
If any of those people don't show up for a flight, the blood is on their hands. There's no question about
There's no other way to say it.
I mean, it's agonizing. And they have, look, we lost 13 of our soldiers. That blood is on their hands as well.
For sure.
There's no doubt about that. It's agonizing. Agonizing. And now, do we have, are we ready with our videos today? Because
I don't know. Was there a delay?
No, we were just chatting.
Oh, did the Tandy, did the Commodore 64 have issues or something?
I'm guessing. I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
We can get back here. They can go and listen to Chewing the Fat, and one of the episodes this week, they all get muddled together.
Oh, that reminds me.
Chewing the Fat podcast. But I did go over the beautiful utopian city of Tolosa, and
it's got a name?
Yes, plans for it. Tolosa. It's going to be beautiful. And there's a rendition of what it's going to look like. It's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be a 150,000 acre proposal, and eco-friendly, sustainable energy production, drought-resistant water system, and a 15-minute design. It's going to allow residents to access their workplaces, schools, and amenities within a quarter-hour commute of their home. So it's just going to be wonderful. It's going to be beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nothing like living and working in the same community.
So this billionaire just needs other people to give him $400 billion to make this city.
That's all it costs to make this city?
That's what he's saying. He needs $400 billion in funding. I'm guessing that $400 billion gets you a road. There's no way you build a city. 150,000 acres? On $400 billion, no way. It's going to be a lot more.
I mean, Jeff Bezos could own half the town.
Right.
He's worth
now,
200.
Because he's talking about getting money from philanthropists, private investors. Wouldn't that the same thing as philanthropists? And federal and state grants and economic development subsidies. So your money, your tax dollars, will be helped in building this, because states, that's what he's looking for, really.
Why don't they just call it
states saying, oh, come here, build here, build here. You don't have to pay a thing for anything. It's all yours.
Or let's just call it Bezos Muskville.
I know. Well, they're not involved in this yet.
I'm just saying that they could drain their bank accounts.
And they haven't decided where they're going to put it. And in the story it says, well, the possible targets include Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Arizona, Texas, and the Appalachian region.
Just say the United States.
Yeah, that's pretty much the country.
Bro.
Except for the north.
Right, I know the
Except for the north. But I guarantee you, Montana says, hey, we've got 150,000 acres you can have. We're going to build in Montana. Montana's beautiful. We didn't even think about Montana. what were we? That's just dumb.
Seriously,
we should have been. Or it's going to be, you were first on our list. I don't know where this story came from that didn't mention you, but Montana's the place.
That story should have said they're looking to build in America anywhere but the Northeast.
Right. Or just anywhere. Just we're looking for someplace in America. It's just ridiculous. But it is a utopian city that's going to be coming. And if you, like me, have a million reasons to be stressed out these days, you don't want to be stressing out about your male pattern baldness. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a receding hairline. It doesn't have to be one of them, okay? You don't have to worry about it. Keeps can help. Keeps offers the same doctor-recommended FDA-approved hair loss treatment, but they're generic versions, so you only pay about half the cost. It's a great deal. And one more thing you love about Keeps, you can do everything online. Answer a few easy questions, snap a few pics of your hair, and a licensed doctor will review your info and recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Then it's shipped direct to your door. Why make trips to the doctor and the drugstore? Why leave your home when you don't have to? You can do it all online from your couch. Amen. Let's get started with a special discount. Go to keeps.com/Pat for 50% off your first order of hair loss treatments. Keeps, KEEPS .com, COM, / do I have to spell that? No. Pat. Do I have to spell that? No. Keeps.com/Pat for 50% off. Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yeah, if I put Keeps on this, man, I could be halfway down my back by now.
Oh, you'd be like Forrest Gump running around the country.
Ponytail.
Have you? Okay.
I'm close. There's a guy that works in this building. And I don't want to mention a name. I just know he works in the building. Doesn't work for us, though. He works for another company.
Oh, I know you're talking
about. But he has, he's grown a beard now, and his hair is probably about as long as mine in the back.
White and gray.
And he has it put in a little ponytail. I want to put my hair in a ponytail so bad every day when I see
stop.
him.
You've done this inside your house, the privacy of your own house. You've put it in a ponytail.
No, I have not. I have not put a hair tie on it. So I've grown a third tail.
Yeah,
I've grown a third tail.
He's mincing words. He's trying to figure out. No, it was a rubber band, not a hair thing, right? It was a rubber band.
It wasn't it? No.
What was it?
No, it was my hand. Because it can do it.
Show the camera.
It can do it. Well, I have other things.
Like a third tail back there?
There's a third tail. I don't want to do that on the air right now.
Wow. Okay, so before you cut it off, though, all right, your third tail. Now, before you get a haircut, will you take a picture for your fans
I'll be live
online? Oh, you'll do the whole thing?
I'll do the whole live. That's the point.
Okay, but that wasn't what I was going to say,
for
Jeffy.
YouTube, all of it.
If you'd allow me, I want your ponytail picture. I want that out there forever. A picture of you with a ponytail.
Listen, that wouldn't be the worst shot of me that's out there, so it'll be fine. I don't have a problem doing that at all. Yeah, of course. I mean, it'll all be for fun. We'll raise some money and just look for the announcement soon. It needs to happen because it's starting to drive me insane.
You feeling it?
This is the longest my hair has been. At one point, I did have in my life. I did have a long rat tail.
Okay, yeah. Man, I want that picture actually.
I don't think there is one of those.
Dang it!
Those were the days when cameras didn't exist. So
yeah, well,
can't have that.
You've lived a while. Well, good luck with that.
888-900-3393 is the phone number if you want to participate. You can also tweet us at Pat Unleashed, at JeffyJFR, at Keith Malinak.
You'll never spell it. It's Keith Malinak. Yeah. Good luck with that.
If you go to Pat Unleashed, though, you could see your Twitter account.
Yeah. It's just it's one of those things no one can spell. But whenever I get like a telemarketer, they'll call and they'll say, "Is Keith Malik?"
Yes, that's it.
I'm just like, sound it out. It's right. It's Malinak. It's you always know when it's someone fun calling.
Mackinac.
Is McLean?
No, there's
McLean.
There's an L in it. It's okay. Use that.
It's weird. It's weird. And then of course, half the time they just say, "Is Kevin Malinka there?"
So we do have some tremendous videos today that we may or may not
Stop
get to.
lying.
So
It's Nate's fault, by the way.
I'm just gonna go on and continue on with a few a
20
few other stories.
Hey, we just got the T minus 20 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was just told in my ear right when you said that. But
Okay.
but we could stop. Oh, we're ready now. Hey. Yeah.
So I can start at the
Start with Biden speaking at the White House yesterday with a bunch of union thugs. And check out this. He's having fun with a teleprompter.
I hope that we actually are able to look forward to this happening today.
Yeah.
Career. You've educated me. You've brought me along, and you've always been there. Now I'm supposed to stop and walk out of the room here.
Oh my God.
I'm going to stop, but with your permission, I'm going to walk into the room because I want to say hello to all. Thank you.
Wow. Good recovery.
That was.
Yeah.
That
Seriously.
was pretty good for him.
But
He
boy,
was fully medicated at the time.
He just sucks.
I don't know why he continues to. Well, that obviously was on the screen, and he's too dumb to, ad lib here.
Ad lib, a tease. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to say.
That's what's supposed to happen.
My gosh, but
that is.
they're gonna have to put really bold lines now on the teleprompter. Like, don't read anything below the line. And then he'll get to the line and he'll go, "Oh, there's a line there. I don't think I'm not supposed to read below that."
It says don't read anything below this. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. Play that again. I want to see because he reacted pretty good to
Yeah,
that.
he
Career. You've educated me. Mm-hmm. You've brought me along, and you've always been there. Now I'm supposed to stop and walk out of the room here. I'm going to stop, but with your permission, I'm going to walk into the room because I want to say hello to all.
Okay, because I really don't need anybody's permission because I'm the president. I hate that so much. Oh, drives me insane.
He's good, right?
He is.
He got to go.
He is really good. Really good. Now, last week, he was with Chuck Schumer in Queens, New York, after the storm, and he was touring, and I guess he's pledging. I think he's asked Congress for another $24 billion for the storm-damaged areas down south and the storm-damaged areas up north and the storm-damaged areas. I don't think any damage was done by tornadoes. I don't know what you call them anymore, but he's asked for another $24 billion for that. I mean, why are we even ask for this money anymore? The machines haven't shut off in 10 years.
That's got to be good work to be the guy who fixes those machines because they need them constantly running. They ain't got time. We got to keep printing.
Oh, I don't even want them shut off. I don't want them shut down because if they shut down, now you're looking at having to fire them back up again. And that's going to be some work.
You got to be able to repair them while they're in action.
That's right. Continuous oil, 3-in-1 oil, man. You are just spraying that thing with 3-in-1 oil and hoping that and hope that the smoke alarms don't go off.
Oh yeah,
because that thing has been going for at least 10 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't shut down at least, maybe longer, but maybe there was a time in the last
probably
20 years.
No. Since 2009 or since late 2008. When we did the whole TARP and all.
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
the first rounds of
Print that
help.
money. Yeah, that was
to the American people.
Quantitative easing.
So yeah, it's been at least that long that they have not turned off. So I don't even know why we ask anymore.
4
Anyway,
presidents.
he was up, sucking around with what's his name?
Sucking around.
Yes, he's up there sucking around with what's his face, Schumer.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm still the president, and we're buds.
And we're sucking around, y'all.
I'm going to give you billions of dollars to rebuild, and I'm here with Chuck.
Yeah.
But people,
So
we're there to remind him exactly what was going on in the world.
They're in Queens, sucking around, and he's giving a speech, right?
I said.
Right.
None of them
But he doesn't
were
realize.
shouting or complaining.
No,
Every
but-
one of them
No.
were thanking me as if it was something special. I mean it sincerely, that I was here.
Keep them in ruins and leave Americans behind. Leave Americans behind. He will leave you behind. You guys protected him.
That's
You guys
awesome.
behind. That's great.
Okay, so that's not.
Uh-huh.
So he's in Queens talking about all the people down south thanking him, right? Because are those people in Queens?
No, that was New Jersey. I could tell by the cop, by the
Oh,
state
okay.
uniform there. So
It's just him out glad handing to
Yeah.
saying that all these people.
yeah,
were
everybody.
thanking him.
Look, sincerely, everybody
Right.
loves me. It's a fact.
Right.
Give you my word as a
I
Biden.
give you my word as Biden.
Thank you.
Corby and I on the same page there. And then clearly the evidence shows otherwise.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's, I mean, really, he was speaking someplace else as well, where they were hollering at him, and he just completely, I mean, I don't know if he ignores them or he can't hear them. I don't know which.
Or maybe he just forgot by the time he gave the speech that 5 minutes ago someone was cursing your name.
That's very possible. And he continues on with his, it's 100% everybody. I mean, that's his deal with getting out of Afghanistan too, right? I mean, they want to say that we had 100% participation with all the Joint Chiefs and all his cabinet members were 100% on how we got out of Afghanistan. Was it? Yeah. Was it? Because if it was, they all should be fired.
Do you recall when we started doing First of All? Okay, it's because it was like a Jeffy tell. Like here comes a whopper of a story from Jeffy. You know?
Right.
I think his tell is, and this isn't groundbreaking, but whenever he says "not a joke" or "I'm sincere, man," or,
yeah.
that's his tell that I'm about to lie to your face.
No joke, man.
No joke.
Oh yeah, he's been doing that for a long time. That's one of his fallbacks. Yes,
That's what it. I mean, it's
100%.
like I'm being 100% sincere here. You know, it's just okay. Here comes a lie from Joe.
Yes, at 100%, and he damn well knows it, and so does everyone else.
Chuck
now.
Schumer looks down when he says that. He's like, "Yeah, no."
I don't know. I think Chuck looks like that all the time now. Every time I see him, he's like that. He's all hunched over and stuff. And maybe that comes from
sucking around
and lying to people for your entire career. I mean, there's another guy. What has that guy done in the private sector ever? Has he?
Nah.
Because I bet you he hasn't. And we damn well know Joe Biden hasn't. And we know Nancy Pelosi hasn't. Have any of these people done anything in the private sector? I mean, I guess what's her face, the vice president, who has just been invisible lately. Should we see her? She waves, and then she goes away. She waves as she gets on a plane, goes away. What can we speak or anything? No, she just waves.
So,
but she can say that she was in the no, I don't think she was. Right? She was all government work.
get this.
Yeah.
Schumer gets his degree in 1974. He actually passes the New York State Bar exam in 75.
Okay.
Never practiced law. Instead, got right into politics and has been there ever since.
These douches.
In fact, he was first elected to the New York State Assembly in 74. So he has never, you are absolutely right. When you ask what has Chuck Schumer done in the private sector, the answer is unequivocal.
Zero.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
Nothing
and
at
we
all.
know Biden hasn't. And we know Pelosi hasn't. And now I was thinking about Kamala, but I don't think she has either. I mean, she's been, all her jobs were government related, right? Attorney generals, secretaries to other people in the California electorate. I mean, she may have gotten paid, so maybe that counts as a...
Sucking around. Let's see
Yeah,
here. We got,
there's no doubt.
let's see here. I don't see anything. I don't see anything for private sector. Turn the microphone off.
Nothing. That's
Turn
what
my
I'm
mic
saying.
off.
All right, more Pat Gray Unleashed here on Blaze Radio Network and Television Network in mere moments. I'm coming. Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Jeff Fisher here today. Pat out Yeah, under the weather. He'll be fine. He'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Moron Trivia, so he has to be back. I mean, it's a law. You can't miss. You don't miss Moron Trivia. Opening day. They don't miss Moron Trivia. That can't happen.
I mean, I hope he doesn't have COVID.
He doesn't have COVID. He said he had the grandkids and everything over Labor Day weekend,
yeah.
and the little rugrats were running around sick, so he got some plague from them. He's fine.
Or maybe it's your shedding in the studio from the vaccine.
I wasn't even here.
What? Oh.
I wasn't even.
Sorry, I'm going in a tunnel now. I can't
sick.
hear you. I can't.
He was already sick. According to a Twitter account who has shared a tweet with us, Jeffy's Meat Sweats, and I want to thank him for that because that's a great name.
What is a meat sweat? No, don't. No.
Look, Pat, look.
Okay, no.
Let me get this straight. COVID cases are way up from a year ago, yet 70% of the population has been vaccinated. How is this a pandemic of the unvaccinated?
Thank you.
Well, let me ask you something, Carl. Are you vaccinated? If not, it's your fault, okay? That's why.
His fault? What?
You bastards.
Wait, are you working for Biden now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Get vaccinated, all right?
Don't.
Get vaccinated.
If you don't want to, don't.
That's what I said. Get vaccinated. The introvert, formerly known as Rowdy, nobody puts the empty in empty vessel quite like Joe Biden. That is a fact. And, his spokesperson, one of them, Jen Psaki, gave us a little insight on what we can expect from Joe Biden, our president, this afternoon. I guess he's got a new plan he's going to unveil.
6-point
Man,
plan.
I can't wait.
Big speech, 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay.
There will be new steps the president announces tomorrow, absolutely.
And will any of those new steps influence the average American's day-to-day life? Should we expect any new mitigation recommendations, as an example?
It depends on if you're vaccinated or not.
Wow. It's going to be fun, right?
Okay.
It's going to be a good time this afternoon.
So you'll be fine as long as you're vaccinated.
Wow.
Those of us that are vaccinated will be fine.
Y'all better learn the definition of federalism fast.
Oh, it's no question. And it's going to be interesting to see what his 6-point plan is, because his other plans have worked out great.
Right.
I mean, he is on fire, and the country feels like it's turned right around.
I have a 3-point plan for Joe, but it's a 1-point plan, but.
And I was looking at a list.
You got a list?
From Jacob Airy on Twitter, who started out his tweet with, "It's just 2 weeks. It's just a mask. It's just 6 feet. It's just a vax. It's just a booster. It's just a passport. It's just an app. It's just a tracker. It's just a denial of medical care. It's just a hotel. It's just a quarantine. It's a camp. It's just jail. It's just a firing squad." Yes, it's just. And it got me thinking about the 10 stages of genocide, and where we're at. Now, if you start out with the 10 stages, do we go 10 to 1 or 1 to 10? Which you choose, Keith. It's you.
What? Wait, you start at the top.
Which is 10.
Okay, good.
10 to 1.
I don't have it in front of me, so.
Or we can start at the top, which is 1.
Before you start that list, Jeffy, think about where we are on that list, and then let's find out where we are as a society 12 hours from now after this speech.
Okay.
What do you got?
All right. Classification. People are divided into us and them. Number 1.
Check.
Civilization. People are forced to identify themselves.
Check.
Discrimination. People begin to face systemic discrimination.
Check.
Dehumanization.
Check.
People equated with animals, vermin, or diseases.
Check. I got to get the glasses on.
Organization. The government creates special groups, police, military, to enforce the policies.
Check.
Yeah. Polarization. The government broadcasts propaganda
yeah.
to turn the populace against the group.
Check.
Yeah. Preparation. Official action to remove, relocate people begins.
Okay, well, there's been reports that something's being prepared.
I mean, not in
now.
this country, though, right? I mean...
I don't know. I just know that, for example, in Tennessee, you can now legally take somebody against their will, and I don't want to use the word incarcerate, but that's probably a very accurate word.
Yeah, I guess you could say that quarantining is a form of relocating in some way. I mean, making sure that you stay in, right, and they're not actually taking you anywhere. Oh, yeah, okay, I will give that a little bit.
Oh, wow,
half a check.
Half a check. Yeah, what number was
that?
that?
So that's number 7.
So we're about 6.5, huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then when you round up,
we'll go to 7.
Okay, what's the next one here?
Persecution, beginning of murders, theft of property, trial massacres. Ooh. See, maybe we're partially in that window.
Really? What are you landing on? There?
Theft of property.
Do tell. What
I mean, we have police departments taking people's cash.
Okay, yeah, but okay, yeah, you're right.
And
my
property.
Brain, you're right. My brain
all
is
over
stuck
America
on COVID. I was thinking COVID related, but no, you're right. Yeah. Well, they're taking your jobs if you won't get the vaccine, right? Oh, look at this. I guess. What's the thing today? Oh, don't me. Listen to this. You got where is it?
You have an option. You can either work here or...
What is the side effect of the vaccine, man? Does it do stuff to people's brains here? My gosh. United Airlines staff granted religious exemptions to vaccine mandate will be put on unpaid leave, according to CNBC. So if you work for United Airlines and you took a religious exemption against the vaccine, congratulations, you're now not
You see a
being
lot of
paid.
companies saying that they're going to allow that, and they're also going to allow other exemptions, medical exemptions and religious exemptions when they do the press releases. And you saw that in the original when the world was shut down and everyone had to wear masks and everyone had to social distance and they had arrows on the floor telling you which way to go down aisleways in grocery stores. And at the bottom on their websites when they posted their rules and regulations, it was, medical exemptions and religious exemptions do apply. But at the door, no. Unless you stepped up. No. But overall, it was like, nah, you're not coming in here unless you follow these rules. So, but we haven't began murdering people yet that we know of. So, I don't know that we're in 8 yet. 9 is extermination, wholesale elimination of the group. It's extermination and not murder because the people are not considered human. Yeah, see, we're not there.
What do you think of us great unwashed at this point? Now that you've got the syrup in your veins, both shots, both doses, how do you look at the rest of us? Are we just, don't think of me individually here. I'm not asking what you think of me as a person. I'm asking what you think of...
Don't make me lie.
Right. Don't make me give you my word as a Biden. Okay, so honestly,
I don't care.
You don't care?
I
Seriously?
never did.
Good. I'm glad.
I never did. I struggled with taking it now. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are days. The last few days, I wake up a couple of times. I'm like, can I take it out?
Have you done the magnet trick since the second shot? Because it didn't. We demonstrated here after the first one. I'd love to know if you got some heavy metals in there after the second one.
It took 2 days for me to get removed from the refrigerator.
You had to wait till enough people were home to all chip in. And
finally.
Anybody get a hernia in your family?
My oldest son arrived from Austin, and he helped and pulled me off.
Because he's
Elvis,
big.
Elvis
He's a big boy. He's strong.
He pulled me off.
I don't want Amber getting a hernia trying to pry you off of the fridge.
Oh, don't worry. She won't be doing that.
So, okay. So you're not one of those folks that's like, well, I can't have unvaccinated people in my house now. Remember, don't think of me. I'm talking about like family, friends, stuff like that.
No, I don't care. There are people in my home that aren't vaccinated. There are people I've already allowed into my home that are already vaccinated. And my oldest son is, he is almost as, I would say he's more militant than you.
Well, he's also bigger than me, too.
That's true.
That helps.
Hypermasculinity.
Thank you. At 6'5", 260, now, I mean, he's lost a bunch of weight now. I mean, he's down 50 or 60 pounds. He looks great, but he could play again. Except he got hurt.
Wait, he got hurt?
Pansy.
Wait, he got hurt again?
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But it helps. A lot of people, he's able to go into places without masks or whatever, and he's like, you're not telling me what to do.
Yeah, and I think absolutely, I agree. Who's going to approach Elvis?
Right.
But I think for me, it's like you've heard of resting bitch face. Right. I think I've got like resting son of a bitch face or something because
Agreed.
I mean, I always look angry, and I'm not angry. It's just that I look that way. Okay, I'm demonstrative, Jeffy. Okay.
Okay. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
This guy's a liar.
The same.
No, but
anyway,
but you get to see me at work where yes, I'm typically angry. Agreed. But I mean, just walking down the street or something.
Yes.
I always look like I'm really upset about something, and I'm not. And I think that has helped me without having people approach me. Sir, would you like a mask?
Yeah. No, leave me alone.
Yeah, I've gotten some passive aggressive stuff over the past year and a half, but no one.
Yeah, my wife has gotten a lot of that. Mm-hmm. No question about that.
My favorite was the guy at Home Depot. I was holding the door in the bathroom for him so he could walk in. And he's all masked up, and he just starts... I mean, it was really weird, dude.
Shut the door.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I would have pulled a flight attendant at the airlines when you come around the corner and the plane is already full. No room for you.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. He was older than me, so I had to,
I would not have not have held that door open. Not for that.
I mean, it was literally 10 or 12 seconds. It was the most ridiculous thing you've ever experienced. With
but personally, it makes absolutely no. I mean, I've said all along, it's your choice. If you want to get it, great. If you don't. But by all medical professionals and the standing that we have now, I'm in the window. And it took me, I probably should have gotten it sooner, the way it's supposed to be. But I just, I've.
So have you
struggled with taking it?
An honest question: have you considered? All right, I guess I'll take the third or the fourth or whatever. Have you thought that far out, or?
Well, I said yesterday, once you're in it, you're in it. So if it, they're going to say their original plan, and I said on Chewing the Fat, I maybe even said it here on this show that the original is 8 months, right? And that won't stand. I mean, they're gonna say that that it needs to be probably 6 months. So they'll start by the time next year rolls around, it's going to be after you're fully vaccinated with your first round, the first 2 doses, you're fully vaccinated. Then within that 4 to 6 month window, you're going to need a booster, and then they'll say, well, then we'll see what happens in a year, but they'll bump that back. So it's going to be about every 6 months to a year you'll get another booster. Since the
science has been changing, and
that's why you need a booster, because we've changed.
Right. I think that they are going to arbitrarily say every year, because he did say 8 months.
Yeah.
Biden said 8 months.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like they're going to treat us like animals. Like, are you up on your shots? You get rabies shots.
Well, they
for
already
the year?
do
for the year. Yeah, and so it's going to be, if you want to participate in society, I think they're going to go for the gusto today. I hope I'm pleasantly surprised today, but it's going to be, hey, you know what? You're going to have to re-up every year. You're going to have to and it's going to have to be connected to an electronic record. There's a story floating over there of Google and Apple working hand in hand with the government to link your medical records through and that's going to be your Vax passport. It's not going to be a card that
you'll have it. Well, they have already, most of the doctors' offices now, all your medical professionals are now getting in a system where it's all together. Okay, so you don't have to worry about.
You can thank Obamacare for that.
If I went into the hospital at one hospital, and then I see this doctor over here, and this doctor doesn't know that I went to see this no more.
Now you're linked.
You're one thing.
I was surprised.
So when they type you into the system, all information is there.
I
don't think anything could go wrong with that. There's no way that hackers would get in and get any of that information. I don't know that we care.
I did think it was strange when I had a prescription from one doctor. When I called another one for a separate prescription, they said, "Oh, I see you have a prescription for such and such." I literally had gotten that 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Huh, great. Great.
Yeah.
But
So it's
but
all
it
for
doesn't
your
matter
safety.
if you don't get the shot. You're not going to have access to medical care anyhow. So why are we even having this conversation? Joy Behar, if she gets her way, boy, this is lovely. She's a flower.
That it is possibly, you could say to a smoker, listen, you've been killing yourself or you've been eating yourself out of house and home and the obesity is killing you, whatever. But that's a long-term habit that somebody has gotten into. This is a decision that somebody makes based on false information. So I say, if you have a case, go to Tucker Carlson and make your case. Because he's telling you lies. He and other people on Fox and on some parts of Facebook are telling you lies about the vaccine. I mean, I have people in my family say, well, I want to get pregnant and the vaccine could hurt my fertility. No, there is no evidence of this. They are hearing things all over the place that are false. So now you have cancer or you have to get a stent or what have you, and you're not able to get a bed because someone has chosen to defy the science. Someone has chosen to listen to the lies on Fox and on other places.
Where I feel like
I can't believe. Oh my gosh, she is freaking agonizing.
She's gross. Yeah, you know that.
She is.
So my body, my choice does not apply to the unvaxxed.
Absolutely not.
Because not getting the shot, they say, could affect somebody else, right? So no health care for you, but my body, my choice does apply to someone who wants an abortion. That decision definitely affects somebody. They can't, under the guise of health care, they even say, oh, it's going to be.
And I see where Jimmy Kimmel is making jokes about Americans who have taken ivermectin should be denied ICU beds and left to die. Rest in peace, Wheezy. We'll see how if that changes if he gets COVID.
What in the world? These people are sick, man. They are sick, and they are a death cult. They don't care if you live or die, man.
And the American, it's your choice, and you make the decision. Those days are long.
Joe Biden, big speech, 5 o'clock Eastern today, could set a different course for America.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Pat Unleashed on the Blaze Radio and Television Network. Pat is a little bit under the weather, of course. I'm sure he's, he'll be back tomorrow. It's more on Trivia Day tomorrow. Hello. You got to get to it. Also, Saturday, Saturday is September 11th. And it also, so that makes it, 20 years?
Exactly.
Oof, man. And it also marks 18 months since World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. So don't worry about it. It's only 18 months we're in. We're 18 months in. 18 months in. According to Gail at Twitter, which you can tweet at Pat Unleashed, 2 people out at work, one had the jab and one is sicker than the other person. How does that work? Well, everybody's different and reacts different to the...
Yeah, it's because it's not a vaccine.
Jeez.
That's also the reason.
But if you need a booster, then are you really fully vaccinated? Yes. Yes, you are. My gosh, why?
Yes, you are?
Dumb.
That's your answer?
That's science. Why, sure, there's theft of property, says TC. From the Rona, of course. Just ask any landlord that has had to let people live rent-free in what used to be their property to use. Absolutely.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a great point.
Sure is. I mean, you've got an Air Force veteran who is living out of her car now with her children because she can't get into her house because her tenants who aren't paying rent, she's broke. So she can't pay the mortgage.
So she's getting kicked out of the house that she can't pay the mortgage on.
Okay, so she couldn't pay the mortgage on her house, right? So now her fallback is the rental property, but she can't kick the people out. And so now she's got these people living in her house and she's homeless. She's living in a car with her kids.
That's agonizing.
It's evil.
That's agonizing. Then we also have, here on the theft of property. Well, yeah, I mean that's on the genocide list, right? And that's what we were talking about. I mean, people have been fighting. I was thinking about it during the break. The Tillis Gym in New Jersey, Those guys have been fighting Governor douchebag Murphy this entire time, have tried to shut them down. And they've boarded them up. They've fined them. They've gone to court, and they are fighting it all. And they've just continued to fight. At some point, you'd think that Murphy would give up the fight and say, you know what, okay, fine. But no, they don't. And they've gotten. I think now they're at a point where they're getting different judges than what Murphy has handpicked. So some of this might start turning around for them. Because they, according to the paperwork, and you can follow them, I Am Fitness on Instagram. They document all their cases and how many fines they have, and how much money they claim to have. The state claims that they owe for remaining open during the pandemic. And as of right now, and I don't know the exact number of the people who have gotten sick at their gym, but I'm pretty sure it stands at 0. They've kept track of everyone that's come in and out of their gym. No one has got sick.
I love it.
I mean, it is unbelievable how they've worked. And my son has his gym, and he fights people regularly over not mandating masks. And he's like, if you want to wear a mask while you're working out, you go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
That's insanity.
Don't you think you should make other people? No, I don't. And he's actually, if you want to go somewhere else, you go ahead.
That's the thing.
It's not going to happen here.
That is the thing, Jeff. It's that people think they have a right to tell you how to live your life.
And how to run your business.
And they've got the government and the power behind them for like the lady that can't get into her rental property.
Yeah.
Or, you were talking about theft of property. Did you read that tweet about from Cows with Guns? Let's see, the theft of property. Kansas City bar loses liquor license after not following COVID-19.
Yours. Right. And that's what got me thinking about Attila's Gym in New Jersey. And I'm sure there are plenty other businesses. Restaurants have closed. I mean, thousands of restaurants have closed because of it. And I mean, is that theft of property? Yeah, kind of.
How do you teach your kids with a straight face that America is the land of the free? Especially when the National Archives, do we have the thing where they have now a warning, like a trigger warning? If you go to the National Archives website to look at the Constitution, the United States Constitution has a trigger warning on it now.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Harmful language alert.
Oh, my gosh.
And you can see their statement on potentially harmful language. And that's when you go to the U.S. Constitution on the National Archives webpage.
Is that on every government webpage though? I mean, is that just something where they're trying to cover their butt?
No, I think it's specific to
trying to make some kind of excuse for them when it's agonizing and it shouldn't happen. I know that. But I was just thinking that they, is that specific
Thank you,
to
Rob.
that?
Rob tells me that he clicked around the National Archives website and did not see that trigger warning until he went to the Constitution page.
Okay. Bastards.
I mean, seriously. I mean, you had a plausible explanation there, right? If you were defending the government. Yeah, but apparently not the case.
It is just that. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, not so long ago, companies solely existed to provide products and services. We just got done talking about that, and some customers spent money in return for a product or a service. That's how it worked. Almost overnight, everything changed. Many corporations have become vessels for anti-American and anti-family propaganda. We see that every day. Few companies have had the courage to stand up for America, and we're happy to talk about them. And they stand up for Christian values and our Constitution, even if they get triggered from that one Constitution. One of the first was Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile was the broadest nationwide coverage and uses the same towers as all the major carriers, so you get the same great service. Plus, they have plans to fit any budget. 100% U.S.-based customer service team has the highest rating among wireless carriers. Patriot Mobile, fantastic. More importantly, Patriot Mobile shares your values and supports organizations fighting for religious freedom, the Constitution, sanctity of life, veterans, and first responders. Wow, that's how many companies can say that they are fighting for religious freedom, the Constitution, sanctity of life, veterans and the first responders. Patriot Mobile. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat, or you can call 972-PATRIOT. Get free activation with the offer code PAT. patriotmobile.com/Pat. Get that free activation with that code. They also have special discounts for veterans and first responders. Support a company that loves America, loves you, and shares traditional family values. patriotmobile.com/Pat. patriotmobile.com/Pat. Or you can call them if you want. If you want to use that old technology, the phone, 972-PATRIOT.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Good news coming out of our government. The Senate Democrats are considering several ways to enhance revenue. And when the Senate looks for ways to enhance revenue, that means, taxing you. And I mean, they only have a $3.5 trillion budget resolution to worry about.
Wait, this is the Senate plan?
That's correct.
They do know that the House is the one that, well, whenever. The Constitution doesn't matter anymore. Plus, you get a trigger warning.
Don't start bogging me down with facts.
Revenue
okay?
comes
I just know
from,
that the Senate
right.
Democrats are considering this, okay? According to the 4-page document obtained by NBC News. That's my main man, Lester Holt. One of the ways Democrats propose to pay for their wildly expensive plan includes carve-outs for a civilian climate corps.
Hold on. NBC News said wildly expensive?
Yes, they did.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
NBC News?
Lester Holt is a newsman.
He's not sitting there writing these stories. Sorry, I can't join you on Chewing the Fat today, Jeffy, because I'm too busy writing for NBCnews.com.
That's right.
Sorry, continue.
So the Climate Change Corps, we can look forward to that. Universal Pre-K. And now they're looking at...
No, don't do it. What? Don't do it.
Plastic excise tax.
You're going to tax plastic.
I mean, I thought we were doing that already. That's ended, like paying for plastic bags and charging more for plastic bags from grocery stores. I mean, that's pretty much stopped, right?
That's stopped. Yeah, but those were private companies.
I think they still... Yeah, okay. Because they still have that, the H-E-Bs, right? Stores down in Austin, you don't...
No, well, in New York, remember now?
You have to bring your own bag or you carry it out.
Weren't they banned in New York City? I'm sorry, New York. I don't pay as close enough attention to you as you would prefer.
All those food service bikers in the city delivered their stuff in plastic bags, right? The cheap extra.
But it's like any kind of
plastic bags.
Tax or toll in the Northeast. It's just a way of life.
Yes.
They're just like, whatever. Gosh. It's just the way it's done. I guess can't do anything about it.
That's what we do, is generating income.
You got to pay for the bridges.
Help the homeless.
Yeah, oh gosh, yes.
So they're going to, this excise tax is going to be 20 cents per pound on the sale of virgin plastic.
Whoa,
well, I mean.
Whoa. What?
Business. You always pay more for virgin. These are single-use plastics.
Is that right?
Yeah, single-use plastic. You're going to pay more for that.
Single use as well, probably. Cost more, too.
Why don't? It's just a joke, all right? Leave me alone. So these are routinely disposed of as trash or end up in the marine ecosystem
the Great
as
Pacific,
marine debris.
The garbage patch. Yeah.
Do they?
You've seen the satellite images. I mean, when they first went to space, they sent back those images.
Right.
And you remember you could see all the oceans.
What is that out in the middle of the Pacific?
No. I'm not talking about, you're getting ahead of me. That's 50 years ago. Remember, if you look at an old picture of the planet from outer space, the waters are pristine and perfect. You got the land and the water. Now you go up to space, you take a picture, wide zoom angle here, and you see that. What's that? Now you see the garbage patch out there. Just ruined it in 50 years.
According to the Flat Earth guy, my man Flat Earth Dave, those pictures have remained the same of the Earth from space for years and years. It's the same pictures.
Oh, they're hiding the patch.
Just something to think about.
They're hiding the garbage patch.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
They're like, wait, well, we can't give them a new picture because, my goodness, they'll be grossed out at the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Throw that one up there from '69.
Now, NBC, thank you. So NBC News has been they are on top of it, man. My man Lester Holt is doing a fine job over there. At
Does
NBC
he
News.
smoke like a corncob pipe while he's typing up these stories for you too?
Yes,
I could just see.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. According to this, a source familiar with the document told NBC News that the document does not represent a final set of policies for the 50-member Democratic caucus. And it's just, instead, the document represents talking points as senators are trying to figure out how to raise enough funding to finance several $1 trillion in spending. So it's just we're just throwing it out there as a possibility.
And that's what the left does. And they do it so
Just
well.
throwing it out
It's
there.
Overton window. By the time we get done negotiating taxes, the Republicans will think they got a victory because we're not taxing virgin plastic.
Well, we are. We're going to tax virgin plastic. It's just not going to be 20 cents a pound.
I see.
It's
I
going to
see.
be, if you don't recycle, we originally said it was going to be 20 cents. It's only going to be 5 cents for now. And then we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what? That's for the virgin plastic. That's going to be 5 cents. But we're also, you know what? Instead, let's just make it all plastic. We're just going to do 5 cents a pound, all plastic. Virgin or...
Used?
Yes.
Recycled plastic?
Yes.
By the way my brain thinks, since Lester Holt is obviously a one-man operation at NBC News,
Thank
can we
you.
agree on that? I mean, the
Thank
guy
you.
does everything. I went to see if LesterHolt.com was a thing, and you could own it for $9,995. It's just a domain sitting out there.
Almost
somebody
10
bought.
grand for
Yeah.
LesterHolt.com?
So
that
what if
would
you
be worth it.
Yeah. Put
That's
that on
money
your,
well spent.
Put that on your credit card, and you might force a meeting with Lester Holt. You might be able to
That
say,
is
"Hey,
money
my
well
main man,
spent.
I'll
That's
sell
pretty
this to you."
sad. I mean, Lester Holt doesn't even want to buy his own $10,000 LesterHolt.com website. Dude, what are you doing? NBC doesn't foot the bill for that?
Right?
Wow. I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually. I think I'll just tweet Lester.
Yeah,
and
say, "Hey,
dude,
you're my main man."
How pissed are you that NBC won't foot the bill for LesterHolt.com?
Be sure to call him your main man in the tweet, and I know he'll respond. Hey, my main man.
If Lester Holt doesn't know that I'm probably the only guy in America that fights for him as good as other than, I mean, I've fought for Lester Holt for years.
He doesn't know.
I'm a fan.
He doesn't know.
He does.
No.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He does.
It's unrequited love. I'm sorry, Jeffy. He has no idea who you are, where you're at, and I'm sorry. I hate to break that to you. It's just the way it is, man. He's told me. I hate to. If you're gonna stare at me like that, I gotta be honest with you. I mean,
that hurts.
He told me this. He's like, "Who? Sorry, don't know."
That breaks my heart.
I know. I didn't want to. You forced my hand with the stare down. I had to be honest with you there.
That breaks my heart.
No, good luck. Be sure to tweet him that LesterHolt.com link, and maybe he'll talk to you.
It almost makes me want to stop talking about him. That hurts.
Okay, what if I tell you that I made all that up, and he probably does love you, and I'm sorry
Okay,
that
then, because I've fought for Lester Holt for
I crushed
years.
your world.
I was pissed when he didn't get the original nightly news desk when Brian Williams got it.
Wow.
Lester Holt was doing reports from
this.
Europe.
I love this.
On MSNBC, and I thought, that's the guy that needs to sit at the desk. I love him. He's the guy. They gave it to Brian Williams, Mr. I jumped out of helicopters in the middle of war zones, made up. Mm-hmm. Lester Holt actually did jump out of helicopters. I don't know that he did. And he should have had that job then. It's about time that he got it.
Can I just point out, if there's ever a question of how old Jeffy is, it should be in doubt no longer. Because the only people this passionate about nightly news on the networks are really, really, really
I said MSNBC, it's cable.
Old people.
That's true.
Really old people.
You know how long it's been a long time since I've watched any of those newscasts.
Yeah, well,
for real. I know. I know we're joking around about that. You're right.
Yeah.
In your statement, but I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
We watched the clips for the shows, and we played the clips for all the shows, obviously. But that's because of the internet. That's not because I'm recording NBC nightly news every night, or it's obviously what you're referring to is that was appointment watching.
I think
right. I mean, it was news time. You sat down to watch the news.
Right. Yeah. My 96-year-old grandmother, my Nana, might argue with you. She's kind of a fan of David Muir.
Yeah, he's
ABC.
number one, right?
Right. She says that sometimes, when he talks a certain way, like you can't hear what he's saying, but still, that's her main man. So David
Perhaps
versus...
Nana needs to foot the bill on a new battery for the hearing aid. Just a thought. Does she knows there's a volume control on the remote, right?
Oh. Everyone in her neighborhood knows there's a volume control on the remote. You kidding me?
When I was a kid, there used to be these two old ladies that would sit on the front porch of their house and listen to Tiger baseball on the radio. And the whole neighborhood would listen to the game because that radio was blasting for the neighborhood.
And here's the thing.
Man. You listen to, I love Tiger baseball.
Because of that, huh?
Yeah.
So the sound bars that people buy, the long speaker?
Yeah.
Like people get that to really trick out their man cave or make a surround sound, whatever. Nana gets it just so she can understand what David Muir of
Turn
ABC
that crap
News.
up, man. Let's rock and roll. I don't blame her. I'm kind of there with her actually these days. Hey, if you're trying to sell your home and you know how challenging that can be, that's why you need a real estate agent who's going to come in and take charge of the situation. You're going to need the house painted. Here's who to talk to. You need to replace those stairs in the backyard. He's got the phone number right here. It's already dialing. Roof repair. I know a guy. That's the kind of person you want. Real Estate Agents I Trust is Glenn's company, and he started it back in, 1840 when he couldn't sell his house in Connecticut, and he realized that he couldn't sell it until about, 2010, and he thought, man, that's a long time. Something needs to be done.
Wait, it was on the market for 170
it was on
years?
The market for 170
or
and he
200,
thought,
however long that is?
You know what? There's a better way. There's a better way. And that's why realestateagentsitrust.com was started, because after 170 years of trying to sell that home, he realized there has to be a better way. So you can rest assured that you're going to be in good hands, and you're going to be in the hands of a capable team of people who will see your selling process through from the day you interview them until the moment you sign on the dotted line. And the same goes for buying a home. When you choose your agent through Real Estate Agents I Trust, you've just partnered yourself to a competitive winning machine, a team of people who are going to see it through to the end for you. Real Estate Agents I Trust, the name, kind of says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com, realestateagentsitrust.com.
What number do people call to get on the air? Do we have that number?
Why, yes, there is a phone number you can call. 888-900-3393. It's Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze.
That's interesting.
So I'm here late last night. Welcome to Pat Unleashed. And Pat's out under the weather. He'll be back tomorrow, maybe. Well, of course he's going to be here tomorrow. What am I saying? Tomorrow's More on Trivia Day. Opening day of the season. More on Trivia. And we have Tampa Bay Dallas tonight, right?
Correct. NFL starts tonight.
Yeah, baby. Yes. NFL kicks off tonight in Dallas, Arlington, Texas.
No, Tampa.
Is it in Tampa?
It's got to be Tampa. They're the Super Bowl champs. They always host opening night. Oh, jeez. Going to make me look it up.
I'm going to make you look it up because I could see it. Could be wrong.
Well, you talk because my internet apparently doesn't work now.
Okay. Anyway, I'm here late last night, and I see where Elijah Schaefer is doing some new show for the internet, broadcasting starting at 6 o'clock every night.
It's in Tampa.
And it's called You Are Here. And I believe it starts tonight.
Oh, wow.
But he's doing a show. He's talking about a show. It was a story about a show where the guy walks around with a shirt that says, I think it says, "Please be patient, I have autism." And I thought, and he said the show shows a guy who doesn't look like he has autism, but he wears his shirt. And I'm thinking, I want one of those shirts. You know how much you could get away with wearing that shirt around? Please be patient.
That's not a Jeffy life hack.
I have autism.
That's a Jeffy scam.
I mean, you could get away with a lot of stuff.
You are not lying.
A lot of stuff.
Oh, no.
And then I decided, since I was thinking that way, I should probably just walk away. So I went home, decided to wrap it up. You can tweet us at Pat Unleashed. One tweet came in from Pew Pew One Pew.
Mm-hmm.
Is Pat under the weather or under climate change. Hey, hey-oh. We're all weak. It's funny. Rants out loud. Who predicted that once the government controlled your health care, that they would then monitor your health care choices, such as compliance with vaccination mandates?
Just thinking about
nobody. Nobody. They're here for you to be safe. Keep everybody together.
You have more tweets there?
Know exactly what you have.
What else you got?
And due to the change in CDC definition of vaccine this month, they will claim that the mRNA serum is a vaccine offering protection immunity. Well, yeah.
Yeah. They've changed the definition. And so now they can get away with continue to pump you full of drugs.
Yeah, I mean, they already have. It's
Pat Gray.
Good.
Only on the Blaze Radio Network.
You know, I have not had a cigarette in a long time.
What have I done to you? I'm sorry.
And every time I get one of these candy cigarettes in my hand, I could fire one up in a heartbeat.
Shame on me for handing you.
Oh man, I'm not going to
your own pack.
I'm not going to, but I miss my friends.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to.
They don't miss me.
It out.
I know. I got it. Get off my back. All right, I got it. They're bad for me, but I miss my friends.
That's not an ashtray you set that on, by the way.
They were with me. They were with me.
Careful.
Through good and bad. Quick hit. There's a picture. I've talked about it. There's a picture of a story the story is talking about how they want to stop people smoking, and it's a bad picture. And it shows it's the picture of just a guy's his hand with a cigarette cupped in his hand. You know, a lit cigarette cupped in his hand. He's got that lit cigarette cupped in his hand. And, oh my gosh, it looks so good.
Okay.
It looks so
You going to be
good.
okay, bro?
No, because I could, that picture, holy cow. I think I kept it too, because I look at it every so often just to kind of remind me.
What's on the laptop there in front of you? Underneath your hands there. What do you got?
There's the Trump light. Oh, yeah, we got it. At some point, I have to talk about the people.
How about now?
Talk about the people blasting the Trump light, like the bat light.
Uh-huh.
Kind of funny. That keeps getting sent to me.
I want my damn Trump back.
Thank you. I know.
Is that what we're going to do for the next half hour?
Scroll through.
You're going to listen to you
scroll through my screenshots.
Your
Ooh, that's a good. I just do screenshot. Every so often I do a screenshot day. I'm chewing this fat. There's some good stories in there. Hey, by the way, did you know, if we could do a screenshot right now, as a matter of fact, because this particular screenshot is a reminder that Joe Biden, your president, the National Economic Council, Brian Deese, told us yesterday that, well, you know what? Let's let Brian tell you what he told us yesterday.
Are food prices going up or what?
The context here is the focus, the appropriate focus on the question of grocery prices,
right,
and the increase in grocery prices that we have seen recently over the last couple of months.
Thank you.
And if we unpack that, one of the interesting findings of the report that we put out today
Spin it, Brian.
is that about half of the overall increase in grocery prices can be attributed to a significant increase in prices in three products, in beef, in pork, and in poultry. And in beef and in pork, we've seen double-digit increases in prices over the last couple of months.
But what if we take those out?
In fact, if you look at the category that is grocery prices, what economists call food at home, so food that is being purchased to eat at home.
Right.
In a number of areas, we've seen, if you take out those three categories, we've actually seen price increases that are more in line with historical
So there's
norms.
still price
and we've
increases.
seen some categories, for example, fresh fruits and vegetables prices have actually declined since the end of last year.
Actually,
if you look at a category of prices like eggs, obviously a similar supply chain, similar input and feed costs to poultry. The price of eggs has actually come down over the last couple of months. The real drivers in these three areas, these three proteins. If you look at that market, the thing that is striking is across beef, poultry, and pork.
Right. We're fine.
Significant consolidation in those industries.
Okay.
So anywhere from 55 to 85% of the market is controlled by the top four producers
big business.
in those industries.
So really, if you take out all the food that people eat, it's cheaper. Grocery shopping is cheaper.
Yeah.
So just Just take out all the food that people eat.
Think of the meat
like
section,
beef,
right?
Chicken and pork.
Take those out.
If you take those out,
then you're good.
Everybody,
fine. Their master plan is for us to all to be vegan.
Oh yeah.
But
do you want to eat meat? Make it bugs.
You know that thing with him saying the fruit's down? Did you listen carefully? He goes, the price of fruit is down from where it was
a year ago.
No, he said at the end of last year.
Okay.
Well, of course it's going to be more expensive in the dead of winter when we're importing fruit from tropical climates, man.
Well, on top of that, I don't know that that's actually true.
Fine, but
I may not buy a lot of fruit and vegetables, but I do go through the produce department because you have to. They force you when you come into the store. They make you go through the produce department.
Yeah, they try.
They lay it out that way.
They fail though when they try.
They
to
lay
get
it out that way, but I don't know that that's true because the prices on pretty much everything, unless I haven't taken out the prices of food that I eat. So maybe if I take out all the food that I eat, I haven't spent a dime on food.
That's right.
That's how cheap it is. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Boy, they got nothing.
And I don't know. I mean, that's like the 4th of July tweet.
Yes, I was thinking
like the 4th of July tweet.
I was thinking that because he said, over the past couple of months, and my brain went back, okay, wait, so we go August, July, early July. Wait, that was when you guys were telling us, how much did you save, 11 cents, 18 cents?
I don't even think it was that, was it? It was like 5 cents.
Something.
Wasn't it the 4th of July tweet? Was only
16 cents.
Oh, yeah. Wow, it was even more than 5 cents. So
don't spend it all in one place, y'all.
Right. And that was a decision made that was just silly. Why make that decision? I mean, the decision of doing it, I understand. That's a good idea.
But when you run the numbers,
and the paper comes to the desk and it says, we're only saving 16. Nah, never mind.
Right. It's like,
we're not going to promote that.
If that is the best you can spin that,
right,
then just, you know what? It was a good idea. It was worth a shot.
Right.
We ran the numbers, even our twisted calculations, and we saved 16 cents.
Right. Instead of promoting that, we don't even say, hey, have a nice 4th and enjoy your hot dogs and soda. We'll just tweet something saying, enjoy your Independence Day, the White House. Okay. We're done.
Congratulations.
That's just ridiculous, that spin. And I'm finding it interesting how they're spinning big poultry.
You like that? Because that's the problem.
Big
business.
Pork and big beef. So I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure why they're spinning it that way. I know that the chicken mafia just settled a deal where they were in cahoots with each other, raising chicken prices.
Big Cluck?
Yes, Big Cluck was.
That's different than Big Meat, which is also different than Big Pork.
Correct, but they're all. I'm interested that they are really. I mean, they just want the government to take it over. Is that what they want?
I don't know. Is there a way out? Is there a way that you could use the system to your advantage, Jeff?
There is, but I wish I could figure out why they're trying to beat up Big Pork and Big Cluck.
They are this Marxist government that wants to control everything. And how do you do that? You turn the people against what you're targeting, and you make their life miserable. They're the reason why our food is so expensive.
That's why we need Lester Holt on the case. And he should do an investigation. Just saying, that's what should happen. So according to Pathead T, who sent this in, there was an editorial called The New American Way of Life.
Ooh.
And this is what Keith was referring to when there's a way out, because this is a way out. And it's definitely something to think about.
This is a step-by-step instruction manual for Jeffy life hacks.
The New American Way of Life. Get on board. For a guy and his girlfriend with 2 kids, all you have to do is follow these proven steps. All right? Don't marry her. Always use your mom's address to get your mail. The guy buys a house. The guy rents out house to his girlfriend with his 2 kids. Section 8 will pay $900 a month for a 3-bedroom home. Ooh, $900 a month. It's only $900 a month. 3-bedroom home.
Oh, no.
Girlfriend signs up for Obamacare.
You're a greedy moocher, Jeffy. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Girlfriend signs up for Obamacare, so the guy doesn't have to pay for family insurance. Girlfriend gets to go to college for free, being a single mother. Girlfriend gets $600 a month for food stamps. Girlfriend gets a free cell phone. Girlfriend gets free utilities. Guy moves into home but continues to use mom's address for his mail.
Wow.
Girlfriend claims one kid and guy claims the other kid on their tax forms. Now both get to claim head of household at $1,800 credit.
Wow.
Girlfriend gets $1,800 a month disability for being crazy or having a bad back and never has to work again.
Okay.
Perfectly legal. Is being executed by millions of people according to this. A married couple with a stay-at-home mom. Guess how much they yield.
An unmarried couple with a stay-at-home mom?
No, a married couple with a stay-at-home mom. How much money do you think you yield? $0. Okay, that's how much you get for that if you're a married couple with a stay-at-home mom. And I can actually attest to that. Damn. An unmarried couple with a stay-at-home mom nets $21,600 disability plus $10,800 free housing plus $6,000 free Obamacare plus $6,000 free food plus $4,800 free utilities plus $6,000 Pell Grant money to spend plus $12,000 a year in college tuition free from the Pell Grant plus $8,800 tax benefit for being a single mother. That equals $75,000 a year in benefits. And now this person who wrote this article asks a question. Any idea why the country is $18 trillion plus in debt and half the population is sitting around letting the other half pay their way? It's a good question. Mm-hmm. It's a good question. Now, these are actually, and the thing is, these aren't scams. These are just using what's available to enhance your lifestyle.
That's cute.
Of doing nothing.
That's cute. When that was written, we were only 18 trillion in debt. Now we're
that's a good point.
Pushing 29 trillion.
That's a good point. And you could probably work out a deal where you're getting more money because actually, right? So
hold on, wheels are turning, Corby. Careful, we got a fire hazard in here. Spark's about to fly because he's
much more money you can.
He's
get
figuring
out of
something out here. You need a calculator?
We may have to break that down on chewing the fat because I think there's a way you could get a little bit more money out of that too. So rough greens. We've been talking about rough greens for quite a while now. It's a powder that you sprinkle over your dog's food, and it's a simple process. Really, you sprinkle it over your dog food. But with that simple act, you're providing your dog with essential vitamins and minerals, probiotics, omega oils, basically all the things he or she needs to be healthier and happier and to have a more active lifestyle. Most dogs love this stuff right out of the gate. We hear stories all the time that even the picky dogs, they sprinkle rough greens on it and they love it right out of the gate. And really, I mean, who can blame them? I mean, we know that for Glenn's dog. I saw it with my son's dogs. We know that with Pat's dog. And, you just, all that dry kibble food that we feed our dogs has had all the nutrients cooked out. So it really isn't really that good for them. It's like dead food, but it lasts longer on the shelf. So, you need the rough greens on it. But sometimes, apparently, can take your dog a little bit to get used to rough greens. I have not seen that, but apparently it's true. So the first thing that we want to do is see is if your dog will eat it. And you can get a free bag of rough greens for your dog to try out. All you do is pay for shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's roughgreens.com. Or you can call 833-ROUGH-DOG. Yeah, you can go to roughgreens.com or use that old school phone technology, 833-ROUGH-DOG.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat is down for the count today. He'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is September 10th, 2021. Moron Trivia kicks off with the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, Stu will be in here. I know you're excited about that.
Who's home?
I think it's in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
Yeah. And by the way, it is in Tampa. I don't know.
I did hear you say that. Yeah, I mean, I understand that they were the Super Bowl champions and at home, which is why originally when I thought I read that it was going to be in Dallas, I thought, don't they usually play at home? And of course,
yeah, because we know the Cowboys are not the reigning champions,
right?
But that's where I will stop since I'm a Falcons fan.
And apparently, the numbers aren't so great on the HBO show.
Really?
Hard Knocks. and this year was the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, I wonder why the numbers aren't so great. I mean, their two biggest stars didn't even play. Dak and Zeke didn't even play in the preseason. Didn't do any of that. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe they were at practice hanging out on the sidelines with their feet up. You know, I got to rehab my shoulder and my ankle, and I don't want to get hit. I'm a big star running back who just signed multi-million-dollar deal. Wait for the season. Okay, we'll see how you do. It could be a long evening in Tampa for Dallas, getting back on their feet.
They will upset. They will win. Dallas will.
Really?
Yeah. I just have a feeling.
You said that. That's right. You said that.
I don't know what it is, man. Too. So don't ask me, Stu. Well, that's great analysis. I don't know, man. Sometimes you got a gut feeling. You know?
You do. It would bode well for the fans around here who are hardcore Dallas. You know, I've kind of become a Dallas fan because I live here.
I don't understand that. How people move to town and then they like become maybe you get a soft spot for them. You know, but you're not like you don't live and die by them, right? Like because people in the building. The way I do with the Falcons, they do that. But I don't. When I move to a different town, I might get a soft spot for a team, but
Absolutely.
I don't. It's like, okay, I'm sorry you lost. You know, welcome to my world.
But if they upset Tampa,
then they're the champions.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be
everybody.
These people around here are going to be agonizing.
They're going to dust off their 1995 Super Bowl champion shirts
I've
been a fan. I've been a diehard for. Ever. Are you kidding me? I watch every second of every game. And to quote Jeffy, do ya?
Do ya? Yes, no doubt about it.
Oh, fair weather fans. I can't stand it.
And Brady will go, 16 more games. We still have the Super Bowl ring. Take care.
Yeah.
I mean, I had COVID, and I'm over it now, so don't worry about it. And they were making a big deal about Brady saying he had COVID after the Super Bowl party. After their big Super Bowl party, where they were all together on their big boats and they were partying out there.
He had COVID?
Yeah, he got COVID after that.
Oh, wow.
He was down for the count for a while, but he was like, and again, you know, he's fine. But he was one of the ones that were saying what a long season it was going to be in the NFL because of players going down and missing games and having to be out. And it's going to be a struggle for teams to, you know, big players going out. And he was saying that he didn't know what else to do other than just say we're going to have to deal with it. So it could be a long season. Okay, so you've been wanting me to watch this video.
Yeah, I just think it's a fascinating video.
Up in New Jersey. Yeah. Now this is going to be part of the $24 billion that your president is asking for storm help. Some of that will go to New Jersey. Some of it will come down south.
So this is a basement in New Jersey. Hurricane Ida has barreled through.
Okay.
And then just watch this video.
All right.
Watch the wall. Watch the back wall. This is incredible. Do.
This guy's walking through his basement, man.
Yeah.
Oh, this is frightening.
He's loving that, right?
No. Oh yeah, no kidding. You gotta hope that the pump is working. Oh, too much.
Oh.
Yeah. Too much.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, is he calling for his mom? What is he saying? Wow. What is? I don't know what he's screaming there. I don't know.
I don't know.
He might. Maybe he's being tortured in the next room. We don't know.
Was that actually a man that walked by, or was it something else?
We don't know what happened
screaming like that
off camera, but that was.
Unless he got part of the wall on him.
Now, if you get part of the wall on you, you're allowed to scream like that. If it's water rushing in,
you're not.
No, and you want to keep your mouth closed too, because it's all nasty. It's New Jersey water.
Like you're saying, holy.
Right.
What the?
Yeah. If that's me in that video, it's just one long bleep, man, that you're hearing come back at you.
Absolutely. You know, I was thinking, we had one house I lived at had, when it rained a lot like that, and the pool would overflow, and then the water would seep into that side room, you know, that corner room that was by the pool. And because we may have put in a concrete slab between the pool and the house that wasn't, you know,
up to code,
just done ourselves, and so that may have had an effect on how that water, you know, ran toward the house instead of away from it.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? You're going to put some towels down and wait for it to stop raining is what you're going to do.
We're going to run out of time. I know you're passionate about this Larry Elder walking down the street in California clip.
Oh, my God.
You got to play this because
Larry Elder running for governor in this recall.
And he's a black man. And apparently, it's okay if the black man is a Republican, because then you can be racist and grotesque and just heinous. Check this out.
So he's in Venice. He's out in Venice. He's out, kissing babies, shaking hands, and saying what a good governor he'll be. And a homeless lady, out of nowhere, bikes up.
We're sure she's homeless?
Yeah,
because she can afford a gorilla mask and eggs to throw at him.
That's where he was at, right? Was this homeless encampment in Venice? Because he's already said Larry Elder has already made a deal with the mayor of L.A. and some of the other homeless advocates to house these people and help them out. Because the one lady was saying, was hollering at him that he doesn't even belong down here unless he's here to do something and help us. Yeah, that's what he was doing there.
Goodness, these people have just.
But
rage.
they were She came by. She started throwing eggs, and then there was a paintball gun being fired at him. Yeah, run the video. Makes you want to go to Venice. I'll tell you that.
Nothing makes me want to go to Venice. Look
at
this,
there she
throwing
is.
eggs.
Touch me again. Don't touch me again. Don't touch her.
Oh. Okay, now this guy's high on meth. He steps in.
Oh, then this other lady swings at the security guy. Okay, just go. Now, Larry has tweeted that everything was fine and he was safe. He didn't even get hit with an egg. All right, we're out of here. All right, get out of here.
That's just.
So that really is just someone who is struggling with their mental health, really. But I will say.
Wow, yeah, mental health turns you into a racist, just like that, huh? Okay.
But I will say that flip it around, and had it not been a African-American man, and let's say just any kind of, well, even just a Democrat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even just a Democrat.
Anybody,
being chased. If you're chasing Kamala Harris with a gorilla mask on,
right? Oh, it's not somebody who's off.
I mean, Facebook had to apologize the other day. They shut down their one algorithm they had because they were it was identifying black males as gorillas. And because the algorithm couldn't detect the difference. And they apologized and pulled the plug, and it was over, and it was one picture.
Sweet Lord, if that were Parler, though, right? Then, oh my gosh, it would have been a scandal on CNN.
And they didn't even give Parler a chance. Right. I mean, they pulled the plug.
But you see my point.
Yes.
That if that had been a conservative website whose algorithm screwed that up, then oh my gosh, look at the racism built into the system. Do we have the picture that I sent in from 1950s? Compared to today, I don't know, Rob, do you have that picture? Yeah, right, well, look at that.
Okay.
He said, there it is, same energy as the 1950s. Look at that, Little Rock 9 trying to go to school and the racist yelling. I mean, that's exactly what we saw.
Boy, no kidding.
In California yesterday, right there.
Now, in the 50s, I guess they didn't make gorilla masks. So we've moved up, we've stepped up.
I guess so.
It's just agonizing, man.
And just the left, man. What a fun group of
times.
people, right?
Good times.
They're
What we need is more on trivia. That's what we need.
Well, before that, we need a speech from our fearless leader, Joe Biden, coming up today at 5 p.m. Eastern. Find out how your life
6-point plan,
may change forever, or hopefully
turn America around.
Hopefully not at all. Hopefully it's just a bunch of bluster, huh?
It says here I'm supposed to turn and walk away.
It says here I'm supposed to hold up 6 fingers.
I'm going to just stick around and talk to you guys for a little bit.
How many fingers is this? How many? 6, 5, 9.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.